And good morning, everybody. It is Wonderful Wednesday with my wonderful friend, Randi Light. And Randi, I've known you for a good few years now. We met at conferences and, we share rooms now at the conference because you are so much fun and you are lighter than light. And we've got a conference coming up this weekend. We're both going to Chicago. You have the keynote speaking position, which is absolutely fantastic because you are a fabulous presenter. I've seen you do a keynote speech before.
Thank you.
You know what, Randi? Take it away. Tell us about you. Tell us what it's about, and then I'll just probably keep on asking questions.
Sounds good. Claudia, I love that we're roommates and that we get to spend time together. We're peas in a pod and we're real similar. And it's always so much fun to be with you and be around you and hear your wisdom. And it's just great. We have a good time together. At the conference, the Mid-America has been happening for over 30 years, could be up to 40 by now. And Mid-America Hypnosis Conference. And it's always been a wonderful conference, a few hundred people. So it's intimate. You get to know people, you get to learn so much, and you're presenting too. And so you get to really get you and your business to another level. And I do know people who come who aren't even hypnotists that actually also enjoy the experiences. I am leading I was asked to do the keynote, and it's called Turn On Your Love Light. So I'm very science oriented, even though I'm spiritual. I'm very science oriented. So I'm really going to be sharing all kinds of information on how our thoughts affect us and the world around us, how meditation and frequency and vibrations affect us, and share all this incredible science. I'm really excited to do this. I did my keynote this weekend for my friends. It was my birthday, as you know, and we were all together in Indianapolis for a wedding, and they asked me to do the keynote. And one of the people who's never heard any of the type of science I was sharing and things like that, she was there, and I presented, and then I did a short but sweet and highly effective hypnotic process to turn on your love light. Her pain in her neck and shoulders was there for like 6 weeks. She just went away. And, just went away. And I didn't even do like a formal induction. You and I know what that is, but it didn't matter. She went into hypnosis. She relaxed so deeply that her pain went away. She was blown away. She's like, I don't even believe in that stuff, but that's what happened.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that's fantastic. And also, what else have you got going on? Because I know you're always cooking something up. What have you got? It's like, what's next?
Well, I'm also presenting at the conference, Anxiety, Depression, Insomnia Gone. And the reason all those are together, and I really could have said anxiety, depression, insomnia, and chronic pain. And these are all things I specialize in, but they're very, very connected.
Yeah.
In the process that I take people through in my Essential for Success system, it can be used with every client challenge, but it really works incredibly well for anxiety and depression and insomnia, as well as chronic pain. And I did not know how tied together they were until after doing this for 18 years and taking people very successfully through my Essential 4, where they are free of that anxiety and depression, insomnia, and chronic pain. So I love to do that. So I'm always cooking up that. Right now, I'm really cooking up loving yourself and loving your life.
Yeah.
That is my new tagline. And I'm so congruent with it because it is everything I teach, to love yourself and love your life. The research I share at any point is fascinating when you really take a deep dive into understanding what loving yourself can do and what the opposite can do, being mean to yourself, criticizing yourself. Evie McDonald, she's a nurse. She was also the director and different things at different hospitals. She reversed Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, by loving herself and loving her body. She reversed the disease. You can look her up online. It's Evie Y. McDonald. I mean, that says a lot right then and there. Well, we are so programmed to doubt ourselves and criticize ourselves, right? Our subconscious, 95% of our behaviors are subconscious, and other people programmed our beliefs about ourselves and the world. And that's what makes hypnosis so great. It makes it so much easier to love yourself. And I've always believed in the power of loving yourself because I saw as an early child having a critical role model. I never really believed in myself. I never really believed I was good enough. On the outside, I was great. Like I was a Libra, a social butterfly. I looked confident and I was in social settings, but I picked the wrong guys, right? I was always looking for love in all the wrong places instead of looking within, and always doubting and criticizing myself until I spent all the money and time to heal myself, to upgrade those limiting beliefs through hypnotherapy, right? That's the most fastest way to do it. And so like if you wanted to right now, you could go to my website and take the Love Yourself quiz to see where you're at. It's a short and sweet quiz. And it basically asks you a few questions, but even just the questions it asks help you understand a little bit more about how you, like how your thoughts affect you. But also, once you get your score, I share with you a number of ways and tools and techniques you can begin to utilize to love yourself even more, and why that's so important and the benefits. So you can go to my website and take the free Love Yourself quiz right now to see where you're at and find ways to improve and get even better, because it can change your life dramatically when you always know someone has your back.
Yeah. And you've got to have your own back, you know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so important. I agree. I think so many people's, it's like life's journey is to learn to love themselves, you know, warts and all, you know.
Warts and all.
Because people love them. I'll share this with you, which means I'm going to share it with everybody. I had the most wonderful dream last night. I was in that kind of lucid state, and I went to this place. So I think I was doing some self-hypnosis. I don't know. Anyway, I was in that kind of like theta state, and I felt as though somebody was holding my hand, and it was so peaceful and so loving and so caring, and I felt bliss. Does that make sense? And today I've been wondering. I kept thinking, who was holding my hand? Who? And then I realized I was holding my hand. I was holding my own hand. Isn't that sweet?
So sweet. I am taking people through a little, that's part of the process when you come to the keynote, and you're going to connect with yourself, right? To really feel that. And I love that you figured out who. And if it wasn't, it's not even so much who, it's the feeling, right? Yeah. It's so profound that it was you. And so that changes it. I agree. But like to feel that you're loved, to feel that someone's holding your hand, to feel that you're always being taken care of, that you're always being loved and guided, like that feeling you have. Yeah. If you think of that feeling, you can have anything you want.
Yeah. It was really quite profound. It was, you know, it was like, oh, and as I say, I had the most wonderful sleep. You know, I woke up naturally early as well, because I just was in this lovely sleep. But it was in that lucid state, that theta state, just before I went to sleep, that I really felt somebody was holding my hand. And it took me all day, it took me all morning to figure out that it was myself.
Well, I think that plays such an important role. So when we work with clients, right, sometimes they sit there and they go back and forth after they leave your office wondering if they were hypnotized or not.
Yes.
Right. So that's what they're focusing on, instead of reinforcing the new feeling of being calm and confident and in control, reinforcing that they've got this or that they're their best friends. They're sitting there back and forth. And I always try to say, you could say the proof's in the pudding, but like however you're feeling, right? If you want to get distracted and sit here and concern yourself, of course you were in a hypnotic state, right? That's why your eyes were locked or your legs were stuck. But all, you know, it's a normal, natural, common, everyday occurrence. You were in the state, but if that's where you're focusing your thoughts instead of on something that you want, right, then you're just in this confusion state, right? So you could have gone back and forth, sitting there wondering. Thank God you figured out it was yourself, right? Because otherwise you might have had more time and energy there instead of on the good feeling.
Yeah. And because again, people are focusing on negative thoughts because that's where we tend to go to. It's like, it's not working, because that's, again, people have that belief system and they want to prove themselves right. So therefore they are.
Do that.
Be open-minded. Absolutely.
What are you presenting on?
So I'm presenting, showcasing the Bunny Talk process. So I'll be explaining the history behind it, and then I'll need a volunteer.
Ooh.
So I'm actually going to do it on somebody, because it's the best way to showcase it, by people actually seeing how it works. And so yeah, it'll be whatever it is.
What day are you teaching?
I'm on the Friday. I'm on the Friday at 10:30. So
perfect.
And so I'm looking forward to it, because, like I say, there's nothing. It's so natural. I've got to be working. I've got to be on point to showcase it, because I will have a real life person and we'll be working on an issue.
I'm going to do the same thing, right? So I'm going to take everyone, someone who's dealing with sleep issues and do an example, because then you really get to understand what this is and the benefits, and you get to see the results. I love techniques that instantly demonstrate that change has taken place for the client. Like they instantly, or not necessarily instantly, but by the time they're coming out of hypnosis, I mean, I love the instant ones, but when they come out, they feel better. But even during it, when all of a sudden they're realizing, and they recognize that something positive has taken place already, even before I take them out of hypnosis, but then they go home and they sleep great. It's like, woo, woo.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, and it just shows people that it really does work. That's what people want, I think. They want to see the evidence. And that's why our clients that give us video testimonials and things like that, they're so helpful, aren't they? To actually, yes, it works, because it does. Really does. So what else have we got to look forward to at the conference in Mid-America? I know they're doing some good fun things. Anybody in the surrounding area, you can go just for a day. You can go, can't you? You're allowed to just come in and have a taste of hypnosis to see what it's like, and whether actually it's something you would like to do. Because you're a trainer. You actually do you train people to become hypnotists.
Absolutely, yes. And you can start today if you wanted to, right? You can always call me or email me, or go to my website, and we can talk about if that is something for you. But I have an online protocol where people can download the video modules, and you get them, and then I go over your homework. You send me 10 things that you learned, ask questions, and then I send you the next module, so that I'm very much with you. But I also do live trainings as well. And I love, so that you can do level 1 and level 2 and really become a hypnotist. So I would say for people, if you're curious about hypnosis, even coming and talking to us in the exhibit room, right? I'll be in the exhibit room. You'll be in the exhibit room, right? So we'll have tables. There'll be a number of people there that you can talk to. And some of my favorite part about going to conferences, besides getting hypnotized, is that there's so much information and insights and learning about ourselves, about the world, about the brain, about neuroplasticity. Anywhere you can be walking along in the hallway and you learn, right? You don't even have to be in a class to get profound experiences. That's why it's great if for anyone who wants to come to hear some of the incredible insights and the magic and the power. And hypnotists are the funnest people on the planet.
I know.
Not just you and me.
We're all very, very friendly, and it's but the energy level is absolutely huge there as well, and it's it's pretty awesome. It's it just, and hey, it's not going to just be you and I doing live demonstrations in their talks. I bet there'll be other people, and some people do group hypnosis. You would be experiencing it as well anyway. So yeah. You're bound to learn, because I'm still learning. We all are, you can never stop learning.
And there's the banquet, like you could come to the banquet, right? And the banquet, there's an awards banquet, and then there's dancing afterwards. There's a new thing happening Friday night. I'm really excited to find out about it, like group family feud or something, right? So like hypnotic family feud and asking questions. I mean, I never really watched things like that, but I think it's going to be hysterical on Friday night. And I hope it's a trend that's really fun. And then it becomes a thing that a lot of other places do. But I mean, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's so many incredible presenters presenting all weekend.
Yeah. And then if you are in Chicago and you want to learn a new protocol that helps children, teenagers, and actually the parents, but it is really focused on children. I'm training the bunny talk process at Larry Garrett's Wellness Center. So you can, find out more about that from me there. So if you are in Chicago and want to learn something, learn a whole protocol, and actually, because it's not formal hypnosis, we both know that everything's hypnosis, because children go into a trance when they're playing. You get people, there's highway hypnosis when you're driving, watching movies, your eyes are all open, but you're kind of like in the zone. So same with sports people. So the bunny talk process, it is more of an NLP techniques. And so actually teachers can learn it, and other people. So, therapists, and you don't want to do formal hypnosis, you can learn it too. It works effectively and efficiently to help children with suppressed significant emotional events or feelings. So that's
in a way that doesn't feel like.
That's right. They're doing it through play. They're doing it through play. So children don't even know they're doing it. And again, it's useful for teenagers with the emotional intelligence coaching that you would learn, and for the parents, because parents, they need to understand what is going on for their child. So you need to, so it's a whole caboodle. That's a good word, isn't it? Of learning.
Only from you, Claudia, only from you.
Anyway, we've probably spoken enough about this conference. Looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. So it'll be good to have a Randi hug. And so in England, that could mean something else. So that would be funny. I'm sorry.
This is true.
Oh dear, make myself laugh. Anyway, so everybody, thank you for watching. And it's goodbye from me, Claudia Rickard. And it's goodbye from Randi. There you go. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.